Hello everyone. Over the past week, we all know what's happening in the UAE. There are a lot of updates, there are a lot of news developments. That being said, there are a lot of fake news. My name is Mina Tran, founder and CEO of Mina Prime Property. And I have here today with me Mr. Ali Hassim, Commercial Director of Licensed Doctors. Ali, welcome and thank you for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.
Mr. Ali, people from outside of the UAE, they hear the Middle East conflict. So there are a lot of misunderstanding. I want to know about your view.
Okay, it's a very good question. The biggest misunderstanding that people have, they think the Middle East they operate in the same way. Okay, but it's not true. Every country has their own policies, have their own strategies, and when you're looking at the UAE have not only built its infrastructure and economy, they're strong in every aspect. So seeing UAE from afar is completely a different thing when you're seeing it from outside of the UAE. There are millions of expats. They are living here, residents, they are living here in Dubai. There are tourists which came here and they are coming here in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. They see like how the country is stable, how their investments are secure. We have seen decline in investment numbers in the property market. We have seen that, no doubt. But that does not mean that people are not coming here. Last week we have signed 3 business setups. Around 600 million investments happened in off-plan properties. These are the numbers that you will find in official sources. So if the Middle East in conflict, yes, it is a conflict, but what the world sees it from outside, it's not that. Are we, if you ask me a question, are we under attack? Yes, we are under attack. But if you ask me a question, are we under a war zone? No, war zone does not look like that, So there is a stability, security, and investments happening. Of course, the numbers are not like last month, but there are investments happening.
Very well explained, Ali. I also want to mention that as a golden visa resident to live here with family and we build multi-businesses here in both Abu Dhabi and Dubai. I'm happy to live here and we all feel safe. Now I want to ask you one more question. Why do thousands of people move to Dubai every month?
It's a very good question as well. Lots of people, they move here for business, for stability and lifestyle. Very simple. It's just because setting up a business over here is very easy. Okay, and elevating the business is also very easy because Dubai creates such opportunities for business. There's lots of networking happening. All the big giant companies are here, Microsoft, Google, IBM, Oracle, they all have their headquarters over here. And I'm just saying the tech sector, but food industry, manufacturing industry, all the big giants are here. So doing business in the UAE is easy and elevating your business is also easy. So when you get a city which is easy to set up a business, where you can elevate and also optimize taxes, where you can get great lifestyle and stability, high education. There are many reasons, but these are some of the main reasons that people feel flexible. It's the center of the world. 60 to 65% of the world can be accessible within 6 hours to 8 hours flight. So you can fly to Sydney, Australia, you can fly to Europe anytime with 8 hours or 9 hours flight. So these are the main reasons that thousands of people, even with this whole conflict, still people are moving to Dubai.
Yes, I totally agree. That is the reason why we bring our family here for the better lifestyle. Moving forward to next questions. UAE has faced with a lot of crises in the past, financial, COVID-19, and the crisis now. So, what do you think? What does make UAE keep moving?
See, one thing I want the people to understand is that the UAE is always proactive rather than reactive. We learned this from the time of financial crisis and the COVID time. When the COVID happened, the UAE started bringing in policies and strategies. It's as if they were already ready for it. And similarly, right now, we see this conflict in this region. You can see how the UAE is protected, how our leadership is acting. This is because they have already prepared for it for many, many years. They have built infrastructure. What if a pandemic comes in? What if floods comes in? What if a war starts in the region? So they have been already thinking about it, right? And they are preparing themselves. So this is called proactiveness. So this is how UAE prepares itself. And that is the key reasons that this place is always secured and people trust this place with their money. And it keeps on growing because when someone has trust on this region, the investments flows in, the wealth starts coming in with the people, and this will grow the economy eventually stronger and stronger.
Yes, not just only you, but also me, myself, and other friends, they believe that UAE government is doing the best for them to protect the citizen, to protect residents, and also tourists.
Of course.
So as you can see, if I go out to Dubai Mall, full of people, and all the restaurants surrounding Dubai Mall is full of people, it's full packed. But to be honest, on social media, there is rumors that wealthy people now, they are leaving UAE. So I want to hear something from you.
See, wealthy people, high net worth individuals, they always look for three things. One is stability. The other thing is protection to their capital. And three is connectivity to the world. And UAE offers all these three things. So wealthy people are moving outside of the UAE. You mentioned it right. It is a rumor. In fact, they are still setting up businesses over here, opening bank accounts. We are just in the waiting period. When this conflict gets calmed down a little bit, they will be bombarded again to the UAE. So many people, they talk about the reputation of the UAE. They're saying like UAE's reputation has been ruined. Yes, it has been ruined by the West media, not by the authentic sources which are locally issued. And everybody has become a reporter, has become a journalist with their mobile phone with a camera. They start recording whatever they want and they put it on the AI and the records. They edit the videos however they want. So reputation of the UAE is being affected 100%. It is being affected. But people living inside the UAE, they can see. That's why, as you mentioned, the restaurants are full. Dubai Mall is full. Traffic today, while coming here, I faced traffic as well. So high net worth individuals, they are inside the country. They know they are protected. They know their investments are being safe. And if they want to leave the country, there are limited flights, but there are flights available as well. So if they want to leave, they can leave, but they are not. I have friends, very high net worth individuals. They lived here, I'm not saying like 15 years. They lived here a couple of months. They still trust the country and they're still living here.
The next questions, I think it should link to our business, my business and your business. So let me have a look at Dubai Rest application. And up to now, 1:30 p.m. on Monday, 9th of March, 3.2 billion transaction.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's like before the conflict, So it's quite surprised. And I also want to know about your business. Are people still coming to UAE to set up the companies?
Yes, 100%. We have seen a little bit of slow-down, but still people are coming in. We have signed 3 proposals last week itself for setting up businesses. See, people, they know that it's not important for them to be here to set up a business. So that's why they are okay to set up business and open bank account, because they want an international base, a country which is in middle of the globe, and they can access their international business. So yes, we are seeing business setups. So despite the conflict, we have been, I won't say like we have been doing excellent, but we have been doing good.
So of course, it cannot be as good as before the conflict, but we are doing well. I have one question for you. What's one thing people often get wrong about the UAE?
One of the biggest misconceptions that people have that UAE's growth is temporary or it's trend driven, right? But I want to say to people that the UAE economy that you see right now, it's built on 50 years hard work. The sectors you see which are booming right now, which is technology, aviation, logistic, food, trade, whatsoever it is, it did not just came accidentally, or it did not came from the oil. It's 50 years of strategic planning that our leadership had to build this economy. And that's why it's so stable. And that's why it's very hard to fall. Many trends in many countries, you see like 5 years they go up and 5 years they go down, and then 10 years they go up and 10 years they go down. But if you see the 30 years of the growth of the UAE, it's been only going up. And this is only possible if you have very good and strong leadership with the strategic mindset. And how we achieved this, they knew that this is not possible if we do it alone. And that's the reason 200 nationalities contributing to this economy. Okay, so they had partners from different countries in the world, which helped them to strategize how to boost each and every economy. So this is the biggest misconception that people have. They think like, okay, UAE's growth is just temporary or it's trend. Other parts of the world, that's true, but that is not the case with the UAE.
Yes, I totally agree. One of the reasons make me believe about UAE government is the vision of the leaders.
Of course.
I get a lot of questions from young entrepreneurs from my country, Vietnam. They want to ask me, they want to know more about UAE, and there is any opportunities for young entrepreneurs to start up their business in the UAE.
Of course, this is the best platform, the UAE, that the young entrepreneurs can use to start up their business. This is one of the excellent launch pads they can use to start up. Why? Because international markets, many investors are here. Lots of businesses are happy to collaborate. So if you are just a startup, I think there is no place better than the UAE, because everybody is here, more than 200 nationalities, families are over here. So whether you are into e-commerce, you can check the stats of e-commerce businesses, which is like Noon.com or Amazon or whatever online shopping. People prefer here online shopping. Everything is delivered at your doorstep. Open a restaurant, restaurants are full over here. Open any kind of service like marketing agency. Right now we are using a marketing agency for this podcast. So any sector you invest in or you start up in, I think UAE will be the best launchpad for young entrepreneurs.
That's a very good answer. So now I want to hear from you the future of the UAE. Where do you see the UAE economy going?
We have already seen strong investments in intelligence and renewable energy and technology. See, when we celebrated our 50th National Day, means that we have completed 50 years, the government have announced initiatives for next 50 years. So this means the UAE always thinks 10 steps ahead. And as Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid in one of his speeches, he said like there is no finish line. So the innovations keep on coming in. The UAE, the next future we are seeing is strong education systems, strong technology. They have already invested a lot, and international trade. So this is what UAE is investing in. So if you see the future of the UAE, I think it will be number one in all these sectors, which will be international trades, innovation, technology, and education. This is what the UAE is focused for next 50 years. And it's not just they are saying it the next 50 years, but you can see it because the plans are not on the whiteboard. They really implement it. So you can see the D33, you can see E33 vision, which is for education. So all the visions that the UAE have, it's all 10 years or 15 years after. So they always think 10 steps ahead. So these are the plans of the UAE for next 1 or 2 decades.
That's very good to know because as you know, my children, they all live here, they all study here. So now I know that their future is secure.
Yeah, 100%. And there is lots of opportunities coming forward for them in the future as well.
Ali, thank you very much for sharing your insights with us today. I think the conversation like this is very important, especially during the time that there is a lot of noise and developments online. For those who are watching or listening around the world, the way to understand about the place is not only through the headlines. It must be from the real conversation, from the people who are living, who are working in that place.